Hey guys, how you doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. What a day we had in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin decided to take the northern route, decided to go up, which is good to see. Great to see for the price of Bitcoin. Obviously I was short, but I was out. I literally was out on this first pump at 715. Sorry, 7,115 was my stop. So I was out of that trade there. And then just assessing the situation. But yes, we got the break up. So as you can see, that 15-minute DMT trade basically would have got you at its peak 10%, and currently sat about 7%. So that is an amazing trade. 15-minute DMT, there you go. 25-minute Dominator, obviously 25-minute Dominator got it even better for us guys. So that got us long right here. So that peak was about 13%, and yeah, currently sat about roughly 10%. So two massive trades there guys. Basically if you sat in them now still, what was it, about 10% and 7%, so 17%. If you're using 10x leverage, 17%, 170% returns. So pretty crazy stuff. And that is even before we go to have a look at our Ethereum gains. So Ethereum from the DMT 15-minute buy line went up to 9%. It's currently sat at 6%. Actually Ethereum, Bitcoin has obviously been leading this move, so I don't think the gains are as much for Ethereum. 25-minute Dominator got up to, yeah, about roughly the same, just over 13%, sat at just over 10%. But yeah, so 4 fantastic trades there. Dominator, massive trade. DMT, good trade. It's still a massive trade. And Bitcoin, the same for Bitcoin. So that's really good to see. So if you want to have a look at the higher time frame now we've got something new to look at. Sorry. So as you can see, we had our sort of ascending wedge type pattern, which we did look like we broke out of downwards. Downwards around here, but then we regained it and got back up. So it's still just looking like we are now just in a channel. I'll draw this channel on that we're pretty much looks like we're in. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even try to draw this as perfectly perpendicular these lines as I could, but you can pretty much see that they are we are obviously, so now it looks to be that we're in a channel. So obviously we're at the top of that channel, so you may expect to move down. I mean if I was to, if trading was worked in an ideal world and I was to guess what would be the obvious thing to happen here, it would probably be obviously a rising channel is technically a bearish formation, so you would maybe expect it to basically break out of the bottom and come down. So if you're going to work on probabilities, that's maybe what you'd go for. Also, we did say, oh, I'm on Ethereum guys, why didn't someone tell me I was on Ethereum? Come on guys, come on, help me out here. Right, Bitcoin, I did wonder why I didn't see the drop out of the channel there. Right, so let's just get rid of this. So let's get rid of that as well. Let's actually get rid of this time. So 4-hour time frame, what have we got going on? Yeah, it's a bit more complicated in Bitcoin. I mean, we definitely did fall out of this wedge for sure. We obviously came out of the wedge. You would have expected then to move down, but we didn't. We came back up, and we are finding strength here. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange pattern, but yeah, so obviously we did form a sort of pennant there, and then you could argue we formed a pennant and when we were rising, so that was maybe a bullish form, a bullish continuation pattern, or continuation of this bullish trend. But though I have been saying in quite a few previous videos that this around 8,000 level, high 7,000s, low 8,000s level is almost the perfect sell level. If we sorry, let me see if I can get rid of these lines. If we look on a daily time frame, and then we draw a line, draw a trend line down here. Obviously I don't know how exactly you'd want to necessarily draw this, and maybe you could draw it like this, get these tops in. They're obviously wicks there. So yeah, wait a minute, no, that's not the same way I drew it before. So if we draw it like this, so yeah, I mean, I can't actually find the level that I was looking for again. Oh, it's because is it from here? Is that what I need to be looking at? Maybe it's high 8,000s then. Actually, for some reason I was under the impression it was around the 8,000 was about the perfect level. Maybe I was looking at this line here. Maybe I was just looking at a smaller time frame line. Maybe I should look for these things before I actually hit play on the video, rather than waste your guys' time whilst I'm looking for them. Yeah, so maybe it was just on this formation here that I was looking at. Oh gosh guys, right, wait, we'll get this, right, let's draw this, let's spread this out, let's draw this, right, was it the line here we were looking at? No, it wasn't. Well, anyway, so we have got that trend line coming down anyway from here, on this higher time frame pattern. So you could definitely expect to see some sort of a resistance around this level, which is about the 9,000, just over 9,000 level, depending on how exactly you want to draw this line. Maybe it was because it was on log rather than auto, or rather than non-log, non-logarithmic. But anyway, yeah, so you can see around here. So we could, I mean, this is pretty V-shaped, that is. I mean, you don't often see moves. If we do go straight up to here, and then even if we then reject or go straight through, but either way, that sort of move looks pretty crazy. And we have got a lot of confluence around horizontal confluence around this level. So you can maybe see us definitely getting some sort of resistance up here. But at the moment the trend is clearly up. It's been up obviously since the very bottom, since we're literally 3,600. So any point you decided to stand in front of this train on the way, you basically got ran straight over. So there's nothing to say that you won't keep on getting run straight over until we get up to this line, or even if we get past that line. So, but yeah, so that was a bullish turnout for the books. That was, I wasn't expecting it. I do put it down to in my arrogance, the fact I wasn't expecting it. I just put it down to, the halving, it must be the halving, that's why it happened. But no, I'm not arrogant. I'm not arrogant, guys. But yeah, just the fact I was wrong. Maybe obviously we've got just a more bullish factor in the market at the moment, which is the halving, which is drawing attention to Bitcoin. If it's bringing any new people from outside of Bitcoin to come and actually buy spot Bitcoin, that's obviously new money inflowing. Maybe that has a bit of an effect, who knows. But yeah, also don't forget, we did have those guys come into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was a lot higher price. So now that Bitcoin is has been a lot lower, I do know, I have some friends that have never bought any Bitcoin ever, and then when obviously they saw or heard about this massive drop, they did buy Bitcoin for the first time ever. So this drop and also the move into the halving, I do think a lot of actual like people buying physical Bitcoin, it's like an oxymoron, that, isn't it? Are coming into the market. So maybe there is a bit of more upward pressure than we would maybe expect because of that. So yeah, so there we go. Anyway, so I will stop. I'll stop basically rambling on about Bitcoin now for the time being. But yeah, so remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. And I will speak to you guys tomorrow.